Hello, welcome to A Tale of Two Readers. My name is Gabriella and you're going to be on the journey of my October reading. Clearly I am in the spooky month mood. I have my ghost mug, I have a little pumpkin behind me, and I am making this entire month themed around like spooky, kind of horror, thriller, dark, gothic books, because that's what I love to do in October. Who doesn't? I actually have a spooky book club. My boyfriend and I do it every October. Usually it's a Stephen King. This year it is Revival, and we invite like our friends and family to join us. It's currently October 4th, so we're a few days into the month, and I'm actually super proud of myself. I've already finished a book and I've started 3 more, which is crazy. I have so many books going right now because I already had 2 books going in September that I've put to the side. And you know, if I finish all the books on my TBR for this month, I might get back to them, but I might just wait until November. But yeah, I have a lot of books going. So the book that I've already finished is We Have Always Lived in the Castle by Shirley Jackson. This one's been on my list for so long and I loved it. I listened to the audiobook. It's only like 6 hours long or something. It is so good, like way better than I was expecting. Like not really scary, but very mysterious and just really captivating, very atmospheric, just beautifully done. Then the books that I have started are Revival by Stephen King. We're only about 2 chapters into this one so far, and I read the synopsis a while ago, but I honestly don't really know what to expect. This is my 4th and a half Stephen King. I never finished The Institute. I got like maybe a quarter of the way in and then stopped, but this is my 4th one that I will be finishing. I'm about a chapter into The Master and Margarita. Again, not really horror, but just like kind of dark. This is my first real like Russian classic, so I'm excited, and I have enjoyed the first chapter so far. And then the other book that I'm reading is Battleground by Jim Butcher. This is the 17th book, I think, in the Dresden Files series, which I've really gotten pretty disenchanted with as the books have gone on. Yeah, this one didn't really fit the October theme as much, but I've been reading a book in the series every month, and I didn't really want to like put it to the side. I kind of wanted to get it out of the way, to be honest, and it is like apocalyptic, so I was like, you know, kind of dark, kind of spooky. But yeah, I'm just kind of trying to get through it at this point. I think I'm like about 20% in. I'm listening to the audiobook, which is narrated by James Marsters, who is great. He's narrated all of the books and I love his narration, but yeah, there's only so much the man can do. I do have two other books on my October TBR that I haven't gotten to yet, but yeah, so I'm just gonna vlog like mostly my reading, but just some other fun October activities and stuff. And yeah, take you guys along for the ride, update you on my thoughts as I go. Hello. So it is now the 8th. It's been several days since I last filmed for this video. I have barely read. I'm almost finished Battleground. Oh, look. Part of a blue jay feather. It's really beat up. Anyway, I've almost finished Battleground, and it's not great. He really tried to do like a big, you know, like Marvel Avengers type book. Oh, are you grunting and groaning? And I just don't think it was very successful. I think a lot of it is just like, it really feels like he's trying super hard, and yeah, it's not great, and it is kind of like throwing off my spooky season reading, if I'm being honest. So I'm powering through it today. I've listened to like more than a quarter of it today, and I'm going to try to finish just so that I can start a new audiobook that's a little bit more fall and, you know, fun. This is Buster. I'm pet sitting him. Bye. Oh, you sweetheart. He's a very good boy. You say hi? Okay, so I'm going to make myself a cup of tea. basically I finished Battleground, and I don't know if I want to continue with the series or not. Jim Butcher has changed the scope of the series so much. Wow, the lighting is horrendous. Let's move. Still bad, but Jim Butcher has changed the scope of the series so much. I don't know if you remember me talking about it on this channel at all when I was reading like the first 2 and 3 books. It really gave me the vibes of like a mixture between Psych and Charmed, right? It's this wizard detective living in Chicago and him assisting the Chicago PD with like special investigations, and it's really fun and really quirky. This last book was literally the beginning of the apocalypse. So the entire city of Chicago being leveled. Harry hasn't done any detecting work in like several books. Really just everything has changed from the beginning of the series. And I don't know, a lot of what the series was when it started was why I loved it. So I don't know. We'll see if I want to continue. I am really curious, and I want to see how he moves past this, you know, monumental thing he's done, but I don't know if it's going to be necessarily for me or not. I'm going to take a bath. They have a really nice tub here at this house I'm staying at. And I need to check with my boyfriend if he's okay with it, but I think I'm going to start listening to some of Revival. We've been listening to it together so far, but I know there's no way we're going to get through it in the month if we only listen to it together, because we just don't have that much time to listen together. We do other stuff. So, yeah, I think I might listen to some Revival, which I think will definitely get me back in the Halloween spirit. It's so spooky, and it's Stephen King, you know, so. Okay, so excuse the terrible lighting. I think we just need to come to terms with the fact that my videos are poorly lit. I'm sitting with my bunnies. They're having some beat tops, and I am about to start a new book, which I know is crazy of me because I already have 2 October books going right now. But I have listened to some more Revival, and I don't know, it just hasn't fully captured me yet. And I have not touched Master and Margarita like at all in October, past the first chapter. So I think I'm just in the mood for something more like lighthearted and kind of like kitschy fun. So the book I'm picking up is The Wicked Deep, which was really popular on BookTube like a few years ago, and it's YA, and it's supposed to be reminiscent of Hocus Pocus, and I think it's just gonna be like fun, even if it's not the best. So I'm actually about to start this now, and I'm really excited. Also, just so you know, today is the final of Fat Bear Week. If you don't know what that is, look it up. You need to know about that. You need that in your life. I'm using my Fat Bear Week 2021 mug. This is Otis. He was the champion last year. He's super cute. And it all has to do with Katmai Conservancy. So you really need to look this up. Trust me. So cute.
Make a little video.
Do what?
No, I have them.
Oh. Hi.
This is Neo. He's another one of my clients. Such a good baby. He's such a good baby. Neo. Hi. Thank you. Thank you, Neo. So, as you saw, my boyfriend and I had a lovely little date today. We went to a new park that neither of us has been to, and we just took a walk and enjoyed the leaves and everything. And then we got coffee and we got lunch at a vegan place. And yeah, we just had a really nice little time together. And now I'm sitting on the porch enjoying the sunshine, and I'm going to read some more of The Wicked Deep. I'm enjoying it so far. Okay, so I'm about halfway through The Wicked Deep. I just read like 70 pages. Like, for those of you who don't know what it's about this town where, like a long time ago, three sisters were drowned for being witches. And every summer since, they return in the bodies of three local girls and kill three boys. It's about a girl who lives in the town and this boy she meets and this summer and just like both of their pasts, and it's really kind of fun. It takes place in like a seaside town, I think in Oregon, yeah. And it's just very like, I don't know, it's good. It's good Halloween vibes. So I just finished The Wicked Deep. I'm mildly disappointed by the ending. It had a really big twist in it that I did not see coming. And then it wrapped up well, like a happy ending, but a little too convenient in some ways and a little too open-ended in some other ways. I think I just wanted it to be a little bit different. But I think some of it is just because it's YA and I haven't been reading YA recently and I'm not used to the way that those stories tend to resolve. But overall, it was really good. The writing was better than I expected. It was really fast-paced and just spooky enough to be fun. And yeah, The Wicked Deep by Shay Earnshaw. I'm packing up because I'm finishing this dog sitting gig today, but I just finished Revival by Stephen King, and overall I was definitely underwhelmed. I think it's not my least favorite Stephen King I've read. Salem's Lot is still my least favorite, but it definitely didn't quite hit the mark for me. I think the ending, I don't want to spoil it, but I don't feel like the whole book was really leading up to what the ending was. I think it seemed like he was taking it in a different direction. Not in the way that like, oh, I was surprised, but in the way of like, oh, I don't think the whole story really matches up to the ending. And I mean, it's a very sad story, but not necessarily terrifying. It's dark. But yeah, it wasn't quite the horror that I expect and want from Stephen King. So yeah, I was a little disappointed. I think my dad and my boyfriend were also a little bit disappointed. I'm excited we have one other girl who's reading it with us, and I'm excited to see what she thinks. But yeah, the person who recommended it to us said it was like the most terrifying book he's ever read. And I think if you're somebody who thinks a lot about what happens after death, and that's something that really stresses you out, this would be terrifying for you. But not really, the whole book doesn't really feel like that. It's really just the last chapter or so. So I don't know. It just wasn't what I was expecting. Not that it was a bad book. I think the characters were well done. And, I mean, I finished it, but Yeah. Also, this flavor of the Healthy Kombucha, the Pink Lady Apple, is so good, and it has some fall vibes because it kind of tastes like apple cider a little bit. It is so delicious. I've just really been enjoying it, so. Hey. Hey. Oh my gosh. Hello, so kind of an update and also I guess like the outro to this vlog. Sorry for it to be so sudden. There's been a weird turn of events in my reading in that I started Spook by Mary Roach and really just wasn't a huge fan of it. I read Stiff by her when I was in college and I loved that book. But I don't know, this one just wasn't capturing me, and I also haven't been reading a lot the last week of October. I also am still reading Master and Margarita, but just am not in the mood for it. So today is Halloween. Happy Halloween. I don't really have any more spooky footage, but I hope that what I have is good and entertaining. So the first book that I read was We've Always Lived in the Castle by Shirley Jackson, and I give that book probably 4.5 stars. I kind of talked about that one in the beginning of the video. I just thought it was great. Next, I read Revival by Stephen King. I think that was next. And I would probably give Revival maybe 3 stars, like 2.5, 3 stars. He's really, really good. Stephen King is really good at creating characters, but I just feel like the plot of this one didn't work out. I think the ending that he had did not feel like it matched with the buildup of the story, and overall I was just kind of underwhelmed by it. Actually, before that, I read Battleground by Jim Butcher, which was also probably a 2.5, 3 stars. Just, he tried to do too much and it wasn't good. I also then read, what is it called? The Wicked Deep by Shay Earnshaw. And I would probably give this one 3.5, 3.75 stars. It was what it was. It was enjoyable. It was fun. It was just spooky enough. As I said, really good YA, just kind of like spooky small town vibes. Was that everything I read? Is that 4 books? Yeah, so that comes out to like a book a week, which I'm okay with. I hope you enjoyed this vlog. Thank you for watching all of my reading in October. I know it wasn't a lot, but I did really have a good month and got into the spirit a lot. And now it's Halloween, so I hope you all have a super good, well, I guess this will be up in November, but I hope you all had a super good Halloween, a super good October.